Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at the scariest things about Poppy Playtime.
Alright, I think we're getting a little off track.
Since its release last month, Poppy Playtime has taken the indie horror scene by storm. So, if you're curious, this list will tell you everything you need to know about Chapter 1, A Tight Squeeze. Although, there are spoilers ahead.
She is the first doll actually able to have a conversation with a child. Hard to believe? Just watch.
Have you played Poppy Playtime yet? Which part freaked you out the most? Let us know in the comments.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.
It's claustrophobic design. Poppy Playtime puts you in the shoes of an ex-employee who is lured back to a supposedly abandoned toy factory. And there are plenty of elements that make you feel powerless as you navigate the area. Parts of the level are specifically kept in shadows with no flashlight button to illuminate them. It makes you feel as if danger is lying around every corner. And the title, A Tight Squeeze, isn't just because of its hug-happy antagonist. You'll eventually have to traverse factory-line vents. By the time you get to them, it's easy to feel like the walls are closing in, even if you don't have claustrophobia. And this feeling of being trapped is multiplied tenfold during the big chase sequence. But more on that later. The devil is in the details.
What are you waiting for? Come visit the factory. We can...
Poppy Playtime does a terrific job with its environmental storytelling. Littered throughout the workspace are dismantled toys lying in strange black liquid. One section even has them hanging by the neck. But there are also many smaller details that add to the world, such as the grammatical errors seen in the letter at the beginning. It makes it seem like it was written by a child, perhaps Poppy herself. Also, while there is only one monster toy in the first chapter, there are plenty of references to those that could show up later. A poster of Kissy Missy, a pink version of Huggy Wuggy, is found early on. There are also posters for Brawn, a red dinosaur eerily teased in the trailer, and Candy Cat, who will likely use a freakishly long tongue to terrorize us in future chapters. The videotapes.
Hi, my name is Leif Bier, and I'm the head of innovation here at the Playtime Co. Toy Factory. If you're seeing this, then you're trespassing.
One of the best ways Poppy Playtime delivers its lore to the player is through spooky VHS tapes. Other than the one that teaches you how to use the grab pack, each of them unsettles with new information. The first you can find is a warning to trespassers about the factory's security. Another is an interview with a new employee, who talks about staying a young kid forever. With former employees thought to still be trapped in the factory, likely as toys, it's pretty disturbing. Though the most unnerving is the last one, featuring a scientist talking about Experiment 1006, which can be heard killing employees in the background.
I'm not worried about myself. One breakthrough and I'll be back. We must forge onwards in the name of science, whether those who are beneath us understand it or not. End of...
The Poppy Doll.
Is there anything else you'd like to say, Poppy?
I'm a real girl, just like you.
What's the time?
Playtime!
Poppy isn't seen much during the first chapter, but each instance will definitely make your skin crawl. The game opens with a vintage commercial advertising Poppy, the most noteworthy moment being when she's looking directly at the camera and says she's a real girl. If you want an extra scare, check out the maintenance video on developer Mob Games' YouTube channel, which has some disturbing implications. Like many games before it, Poppy Playtime twists nostalgia into a horrific form. And while the doll is only seen in-game at the ending of the chapter, we can't wait to see what she has in store for us. Especially after the Chapter 2 trailer teased a mother figure. The calm before the storm. Poppy Playtime is a lesson in building tension. Long before the confrontation with Huggy Wuggy, there's a distinct feeling you're being watched. And that's because you are. When you first come across the towering blue doll, he stands immobile in the center of a room. However, keen-eyed players have noticed that his fur actually moves, as if he's breathing. There are also other eyes underneath his plastic ones, which are easily seen with the brightness turned up. Later, there's a blink and you'll miss it moment where Huggy can be seen watching you from a vent as you solve a puzzle. And all of these little details make him much scarier. The toy who hugs back. Of course, the scariest thing about Poppy Playtime is Huggy Wuggy himself. His first appearance made us want to do anything but continue moving forward. And when he's inexplicably missing after you restore power, it had us on the edge of our seats for the rest of the playthrough. When he finally does begin chasing you, it's a stressful pursuit through the dim, maze-like vents that will surely result in more than one death. The image of his shrieking maw with rows of shark-like teeth is thankfully only briefly shown, but it stayed with us long after, even in the safety of the light.
Do you agree with our picks? Don't forget to stick around and check out our other videos on MojoPlays.